This is Ryder that I'm on, and it was a pretty good project to get him started. He was kind of a bad bucker in the beginning, but as you see, he's going around good now. He does have his little bit of trying to get out of work still, but it's not real bad. He tries to rub me off on the wall, and I'll show you how I handle that, because that's actually a problem that other people have. Horse tries to rub them on a wall or rub them on a tree to get out of work. So I just got on him. I'm just walking him around. He actually walks around pretty nice, steers around pretty nice, a little on the lazy side, which kind of is the root of him not wanting to do things. They're a little bit of a head toss when I'm asking him to trot, and we are loping him a fair amount, and he does pretty good. The only issue we have today is the arena's pretty wet, so I didn't lope him today. Now, as you see, I was asking him to go to trot. He went through the mud, and now he's trying to rub me off on the wall. So what I'm doing is, when he gets my leg close to the wall, I'm just turning his head into it, kind of firmly, to give himself, to show him that he has to allow himself room to turn. He's not going to allow room for my leg. He will actually smash my leg into the wall and just kind of lean hard on it till it make it really hurt. But if I just turn him into the wall, he'll decide that, hey, I got to have room for me. And you'll see here in a minute he's going to give up. This usually lasts a minute or two, beginning of each ride. Then he gives up and end up having a nice ride. So there, I'm just turning him into the wall. Now you see he's starting to give me a little bit of room there. You can add rein to pull his head away from the wall, but it doesn't really fix the issue. That goes back to what I talked about before, avoiding the issue. So if I steer his head away from the wall, I'm not really fixing his mind that wants to put me there and rub me off there. There he kind of ran me back to the wall. So by turning him into the wall, that actually fixes his desire, shows him he really don't want to be there. So if he wants to take me to the wall, I'm going to let him take me. I'm going to make it an uncomfortable place to be. Then we're going to go on. You see he's still kind of tossing his head just a little bit. But that's going to go away. This ride actually gets really nice here in just a minute. That's kind of how he starts. In the beginning, his temper tantrums were bucking because he didn't want to work, didn't want to be asked to do anything. But now it's just this. Then he goes on and works pretty good. He's going to end up making a really nice horse. He's not doing anything to hurt us, anything real bad. Right now we're doing a lot of walk, trot, lope. I want to do a lot of trotting with him, which is what I do in this ride. Because as I get him more fit, build more muscle, that's going to make the work that we ask him to do not as hard. He's going to be better fit to do the work, and he'll have a better attitude about the work. And that's really what's going to make his little temper tantrum about not wanting to work go away. There we went from walk to trot there. Well, now he's tossing his head. First he didn't toss his head too much. I'm not really doing, I have spurs on. I am asking him to move off of my legs a little bit, but when I ask him to move, he sulls up. It's kind of typical with a more energy conservation horse that they do that. So that's why I'm not doing the bend, counter bend exercise on him. When I start to do that, he just stops and don't want to move his feet. So the first thing I need to do, I need to get this forward. I need to get him better fit. I've talked about that in the past, about needing to get forward. That's why when we first put in these first rides on horses, the first thing we want is forward, always forward. Forward is, we got to have forward to teach anything else. And if I go to do the bend, counter bend exercise and he stops, then I'll lose my forward. We have ridden him out of the arena a lot, and he does good out in the arena. He does good out in the back pasture. It's just that I can't video back there very good. So that's why we do these videos in here. As you see there, now he's starting to settle in. Well, decided I didn't want to go. So I'm going to kind of bump on him a little bit with the spurs, fuss at him a little bit, then ask him to go again. In the beginning, when I would do that, he would just sull up and stop. And no matter how hard I kicked, he wouldn't go forward. But we worked through that a little bit. I want to use that as a punishment for when he doesn't want to go forward. Say, hey, this stopping and me bumping you with spurs is harder, just go forward. But that wasn't working in the beginning. It's starting to work now. Nice little trot going. His trot, he has a really nice, really smooth trot in there. But in order to get that trot, I have to slow it down just a little bit, and I have to round his back just a little bit. And he's not fit enough to go that speed or carry his back that way just yet. I need more forward, more impulsion from the back end to get that better trot. I feel it in there. Once in a while we'll hit it going through transitions. But right now, to get him fit, I have to push him a little bit faster than that to work on building the muscles that I'll need to develop that trot. There he tried to take me to the mounting block to have a reason to stop. Kind of funny. I've had several horses that'll do that. Mounting block sitting out there in the middle and they steer towards it and give me an expression like, hey, it's in the way, I can't go anywhere. Now right there you can see that nice trot starting to develop. Get back forward again. It's in there, and we're gonna get it where that's gonna be the trot that he gives us. But I need more muscle to get there. He is actually a pretty large-bodied horse, very large-bodied actually. He's really stout. He's not very tall. He's kind of stock horse kind of built, 15 hands, something in that range. But he has a very large body for his size, for his height. Right there, getting him to trot and maintain those circles has been a chore. When I'd start to circle, right there, I'm trying to steer and keep him going. In the beginning, when I'd start to circle, he just loses forward. Right there, he wanted to fuss about me asking him to go back to trot. So it's easier to keep him going following the arena wall, but I want to be able to circle, bring the circle into a smaller circle, and maintain the trot, maintain the rhythm. That is all part of developing the muscle, developing the forward that he needs. That's better there. We changed directions. He maintained his trot. Much better. I can maintain forward better than in the arena when I'm out. He maintains forward better. But that works to a point. We've got to be able to train him to show in an arena. Plus, as you see, we just got a lot of rain. It's really wet out there. And he's got to be able to work in an arena also. That last rain we had come through blew through on this left side. That left side faces west. We don't get blowing rain from the west very often. We usually get it from the east, which is the other side of the arena. There. A little bit slower, be a little nicer trot, but we're really close there. When I feel him wanting to settle into that trot, I'll let him. And then when he feels like he wants to fall to a walk through that nice trot, then I have to kick him back forward. But that's the trot that I want to get him to settle into, that real slower, smoother one. But we'll get there. It's going to take some more work, some more muscle building, and he's going to end up being a really nice horse. I think the last video I showed of him, he was still trying to buck with us. So this is Ryder. I'll put a link to